West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home, country roads. In the morning, how she calls me. Radio reminds me of my home far away. Driving down the road, I get a feeling that I should have been home yesterday. Yesterday, country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home, country roads.
a lie, and the world, I'll turn it inside out. Floating around in ecstasy, so don't stop me now. Don't stop me, 'cause I'm having a good time. I'm a shooting star leaping through the sky like a tiger, defying the laws of gravity. I'm a racing car passing by like a lady Godiva. I'm gonna go, go, go. There's no stopping me. I'm burning through the sky. 200 degrees, that's why they call me Mr. Fahrenheit. I'm traveling at the speed of light. I wanna make a supersonic man out of you. Stop me now. I'm having such a good time. I'm having a ball. Don't stop me now. If you wanna have a good time, just give me a call. Stop me. I'm having a good time. Stop me. Yes, I'm having a good time. I don't wanna stop at all. I'm a rocket ship on my way to Mars, on a collision course. I am a satellite. I'm out of control. I am a time machine ready to reload, like an atom bomb about to explode. I'm burning through the sky. 200 degrees, that's why they call me Mr. Fahrenheit. I'm traveling at the speed of light. I wanna make it supersonic, woman, and you. All right, now, we all know that life is too short for regrets. So I don't want you to let fear stop you from doing anything.
Welcome to the Stab Comedy Theater. It's time for Warm Takes. Please welcome to your stage, Emma Haney.
Woo! What's up, live audience and the people streaming? We're streaming too. If you guys want to, oh, they can't see you. If you want to say hey, they could hear you. Hey, I'm Emma Haney. I will be part of your host. Give it up for Corey Behringer, the other co-host for Warm Takes. If you've never been to this show before, that's understandable because it's been like a year and a half since we've done this show. But pretty much Warm Takes is we have a few of our comic friends. They come up, do a couple minutes of written material, and then we start throwing just random topics at them to riff off of. It's very interesting. We're always just here to have fun. So if you guys could be supportive, that would be great. Let's get started. Yeah. Do we have any essential workers out there? Cool. We got to Jesse. What do they say in the chat? Any essential workers in the chat?
No essential workers.
Okay, no essential workers in the chat. I too was deemed essential this quarantine season. Yeah, I said that at a show the other night, and some lady in the crowd was like, "What do you do?" And I was like, "Oh, bitch, calm down." Very aggressive. But when I'm not doing comedy, I am a full-time delivery driver for Federal Express. Yeah, give it up for me, you guys. What a fucking year. What a great year. What are you guys buying? What are you ordering? It is the Christmas that won't end. It's terrible. I hate it. Every time a stimulus check hit, me and my coworkers were just like, this is awful. They're not even paying bills with this. They're buying like pajamas from France. Just stupid stuff that no one needs. The weirdest delivery that I had during the pandemic was I delivered a trampoline to a second floor apartment. Right? That's why I'm like, what are you guys doing up here? And when can I come over? Because I kind of want to. It was a crazy time. I hated it. And it was weird, too, because, like, you never knew what you were going to get with, like, delivering to people. Like people would either be like super rude when you'd come up to their door, like, "Oh, get away from me," or they'd be like really weird, like, "Come give me a kiss. I haven't seen anyone in 2 weeks." I had one lady who was super rude. I delivered if you guys have seen this, like a stand-up, a motorized computer desk, the ones that where you can, where you've gotten one of those. You know what? Get out of here. Go home. No, I'm just kidding. No. And I delivered it to those, and those things are heavy. They weigh like almost 200 pounds. And I got it out of my truck. I put it on my dolly, and I start like wheeling it up to the lady's house. And the lady runs out, and she's just like, "What are you doing?" And I was just like, bringing you your shit? Like, I don't. And she got super mad, and she was like, "Well, don't bring it up to the door. Don't come up here. Just leave it at the end of the driveway." And I was like, fuck, okay. So I just like, because that's the thing with being like a feminine presenting person in that kind of job. When people see me carrying something, they can assume that they can carry something. Right? We're learning tonight. Take this home with you. Just because the driver can carry it doesn't mean that you can. I've been doing poor man's CrossFit for 12 years. Okay? I can carry a lot of stuff. Anyway, so I was like, whatever. And I just left it at the end of her driveway. And I went up the street to make a delivery. And then I had to cross her house to go to my next delivery. And when I'm driving past the lady's house, she's just outside, like bear hugging this box and like trying to get it up to her house. And she sees me coming by, and she was like waving me down, like, "Oh, wait, come here, I need you." And I just drove past, and I was like, fuck you. That's what I yelled. No, I didn't. Not in uniform. Not when I'm in uniform. I went back later that night because I know where she lives. So another thing that was super tough during the pandemic was when everything shut down, was trying to find a bathroom, right? You guys know what I'm talking about. Yeah, because I don't know if you guys know this, but there's no bathrooms on delivery trucks. So no, there's not. So it was a weird summer last year. I learned a few party tricks that I'm gonna take with me. Love Dickie's barbecue cups now. Saving grace of my 2020. It was funny though, because there was like an article that came out about Amazon drivers, and someone interviewed an Amazon driver, and they're just like, "Yeah, it sucks, and we're busy, and we can't go to the bathroom anywhere." And like me and my coworkers were just like laughing about it, because we're like, "Well, duh, it's always been that way." And this one guy that I work with, super old dude, worked for FedEx for like 35 years, just starts chuckling to himself, and he's just like, "Wait till they got a shit in an envelope." And we were like, "What?" Like, Craig, are you just out here like pooping in envelopes? Leaving them wherever, like the Gold State pooper? Like, what is this? All right, Corey, give me that warm take. I'm ready.
Give us a warm take. All right, make this real warm. Okay.
Make it
real warm.
I can make it real warm.
Do you realize right now this is the first warm take in like a year and a half, right?
Yeah.
So make it real good, okay?
That's no pressure. I feel fine.
We need to put all the pressure on you so it's not on our guest this evening. So yeah, it's all on you. All right,
great.
Here we go.
All right, let me get a sip of this claw.
Okay.
Wait, you tell
I'll
me.
say it as you're sipping. Yeah. Billionaires in space.
Leave them there. Go. Goodbye. That's what I say to billionaires in space. Am I right? Am I right? It's so crazy to me that those guys, they have all this fucking money, and it's like, really, you're gonna go out to, that's what you're gonna spend it on, right? This isn't even a hot take. I'm pissed off now. I wish I could bring up one of these chairs and just turn it around and sit and tell you guys how it is. Next.
Okay, talk about the Pope.
Which one?
Dealer's choice.
There's a lot of popes, y'all. Haven't you seen all the Roman? There's a lot of different popes out there.
Talk about the first one.
The very first pope.
Tell me about the first pope.
Oh my God. You guys, are you ready for me to spin a yarn about the first pope? The only pope I remember is the guy, it wasn't this last pope. I think it was the pope before who didn't even die to get out of it, right? He quit, which I'm like, I feel like that's not how it works, Popey. Like, I feel like that's not how it works. It was weird because I'm like, I was thinking about that when he quit. How old was I? I was young, like too young to even know how things work. And like, I'm like, did he quit because he got like a better deal? Like a better endorsement deal? Like, is he just gonna like quit because he's got his own line of fragrances coming out? Which would be cool. It's like, what would that be? Like a pope, like it'd be like lust, sin, confession, repentance by pope. It just smells like old robes and children's tears. Next. Oh.
So you don't want to end on that hot take?
Yeah, I'll end on that one. So if you guys have never been to the show, that is how the show works. Are you guys ready for your next comic? All right. Our next comic coming to the stage. Very funny. Give it up for Maddie Nishimi, everybody.
That was the most direct route to the stage. I don't know if you guys knew that. My therapist says I have a tendency to isolate myself. Yeah, and when he told me that, I was like, I don't know, I gotta go think about it alone for a while. And then he was like, no, really, you need to get out there. You need to meet new people. And then the CDC said we couldn't go outside for a year, and now I don't have to listen to anything my therapist says. I got laid off before I finished job training. It was a lot of fun. For about a year, instead of having a part-time job as a cashier, I had a full-time job selling fruit on Animal Crossing. Yeah, I got my job back, though, recently, which was fun. I work at a minor league baseball stadium here in Sacramento. I can't say which one. No, but I work for the River Cats, and I can say which one. What are they gonna do? I work there, and as somebody employed by a baseball team, I am always rooting for the game to be over in 9 innings. I think that I was born the wrong species. I think I should have been born a cicada. Cicadas have the ideal existence. They get to sleep for 17 years, wake up, mate, go, ah, and then die. And it's essentially what I'm doing now, but I get to sleep for so much less. And I have to live for so much longer. And I mate exactly the same amount. I have a big problem with spiders. I'm very afraid of them. And my problem is not so much killing them, but what I do with their little spider corpses after they're gone. Because I don't want to just put them outside, because that's where the rest of them are, and then they'll know. And I don't want to just put them in the trash can, because what if I needed to step on it 28 times instead of 27, and then it comes back to life and colonizes my house? And I also can't flush them down the toilet, because if they come back to life down there, then they'll crawl up my butthole and control me from the inside. And we can't have that. And this is a bigger problem, because if they do come to life, then they're probably a radioactive spider, and now I'm the new Spider Woman, and I can't do that. Look at me. I am not meant to be Spider Woman. Uncle Ben is always talking about that great responsibility. My mom stopped making my dentist appointment 3 years ago, and I haven't been since. Now I know what you're thinking after I've said all this. How many mental illnesses does this girl have? And to be honest with you, I don't know. I don't really ask for extra diagnoses. But what I do know is when I told my therapist all of this, he asked me to come in the next day. Do you want me to wrap it up? Or do you want me to keep going?
No, you do you, baby.
I'm ready.
Are you ready to go?
I'm ready.
What kind of fruit did you have on your Animal Crossing island? Your starter fruit.
Well, pears.
Pears?
Yeah.
How'd you feel about that?
So my parents got a Switch before me, and they had pears, and then I also got pears, and I was furious about it. It's like, where am I supposed to sell my fruit for more money now?
Yeah, you can't. That's how you build your network.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay, tell us what an Amazon employee picnic would be like.
Ooh, probably no food. I don't think you can order food on Amazon.
You can.
You can?
You
Like
can.
probably like only like chips and like not good food.
It's like a
Like you can't
convenience
order like
store.
mac and cheese. I mean, you could probably order like Kraft mac and cheese.
Yeah.
But like you can't order like good mac and cheese. You can't order pizza for sure on Amazon, and that's a bummer at a picnic.
That is.
Yeah. I don't know.
What's a good mac and cheese?
What's a good mac and cheese? Well, so I'm lactose intolerant, so
Ooh.
none is good for me. Yeah. Lactose intolerance is let's shit our pants day. That's what it is.
Talk about shitting your pants.
Talk about shitting your pants. Ooh. Well, I mean, like at the times I've done it, or just like
you know what, whatever you want.
yeah. Shitting your pants is a great experience. It's a lot of character building, I think. It really puts you in a position where you're like, oh, this is fight or flight time. I have to figure out how to be a person right now. So I think that if you haven't shit your pants as an adult, because if you're a kid, whatever the fuck, you can just do whatever you want. People are like, oh, you're a kid. You're allowed to shit your pants. But when you're an adult, you're not allowed to. So you have to do it once so that you know you can get out of it.
That's real.
Yeah, it is.
That's very real. Dog parks.
Dog parks?
How do you feel about them?
They're great. I don't go to them a lot because my dog hates all other dogs. He's real small. He's like that tall. He's a little white fluffy thing, and he thinks he can take on any dog in the world, any of them. We go for a walk, and there's a German Shepherd, and he's like, yeah, I can take him. Yeah, no problem. Let me attack this guy for you. It's easy. And I'm like, no, actually, one, that dog doesn't even care about you, and two, it can bite you, and you will die in one go. One.
Do you ever think about just letting him go for it?
No, because I love him.
Oh, okay.
I do, like, he's a dumb dog, too. He's not very smart.
Yeah.
He misses the couch a lot at this point when he's jumping onto it. Yeah. But I still love him.
Okay.
Yeah, and he loves my mom a lot more than me, which hurts.
Expand.
So, like, whenever if I'm home and my mom's not home, he's like, oh, we can be friends. But as soon as my mom shows up, he just follows her everywhere. He's like, this is my person. You don't even count. Yeah. When my mom is out of town this weekend, and he's going to sit by the door all day, just stare at, because we have like a low window.
Yeah.
So he's going to stare out it all day and wait for her to get back. Yeah.
All right. Last question.
Sure.
You just said mom's out of town this weekend.
Yeah.
We having a party or what?
Well, my dad is in town.
Oh.
Yeah, and we are both very solitary people.
Okay.
We don't like to socialize at all.
Okay.
So we're going to have a great weekend watching movies at home.
In separate rooms.
In separate rooms. He'll probably watch like yacht racing. He does that. And then I'll go watch a Marvel. Yeah, that's what he's into. I played Taiko when I was younger, and we had this New Zealand group come in, and they yacht in New Zealand, and he like made it a point to talk to these people and ask them about yacht racing. That's how crazy he is about this stuff.
All right, you guys, give it up for Maddie, everybody.
Yeah!
Excellent job. That sounded nice. All right, are you guys, Corey, for the next show, please write down yacht racing as a topic, because I really want to hear people's takes on that. All right, are you guys ready for your next comic of the night? All right, give it up for this sweet baby angel. He's so great. Give it up for Daniel Kestenich, everybody. Yeah.
Oh shit! I thought that went on way easier. There it goes. I thought I could just slam dunk that shit. Hello, how's it going? Hello. Thank y'all for coming out. I'm turning 25 in about 2 weeks, so that's fun. I figured now that my life's way more than halfway over, that I should probably start like taking care of myself. Nothing serious though, not like working out or like working on my finances or anything. But like retail therapy through like skincare routines and stuff. I'm like, that'll help. The world's melting down and we're all gonna die, but my skin needs to look at least a little bit better before we go. And so I found this like subscription service on like, it was through like an ad on Facebook or some shit of like a skincare routine that's like a monthly like box that they send you. And I didn't realize it was supposed to be like targeted at men, like whatever the fuck that means. And like, so like I grab all this shit, like they sent the box, and so I take it like with me into the bathroom and like into the shower, and like beforehand I'm like reading this like flow chart of like, it's like 6 different like creams that they give you, and like you have to do it in a specific order. You don't want to fuck it up apparently, because they make it very apparent, like this is the order. So like I'm reading the flow chart, figure that out. I'm like, okay, I got it memorized. Take it in the shower. But I don't know what the hell like super serum is, like, or what to do with it. So I have to read the directions. And so like each thing, like I go with the wash first, read the directions. It's all pretty like straightforward. After that, it's like the scrub. And then yeah, I get to the super serum, and I read the most fucking obnoxious thing I've ever read in my entire life. Certainly the most obnoxious thing I've ever read in the shower. It said, apply to face in circular yet masculine motions. And like, is the shower not fucking safe? Is nowhere safe from like toxic masculinity? Where the fuck can someone just wash their face and just be like, oh, okay, cool, like I didn't have to deal with that for 2 seconds. But instead it's like in a masculine motion. It's like, again, what the fuck does that even mean? So like immediately like just like kind of turned off by it. I obviously got to finish my routine. They made it very clear that I should. And so I'm like annoyed and just washing my face. And I'm like, all right, I'm after this, just pulling the plug on the service. This is stupid. I'll go to Target or whatever. And then, but I get out of the shower and I'm fucking glowing. Like my face is looking tight. And I'm like, all right, I'll keep you around for a month. I'll keep you around for a month and that's it. But yeah, I'm part of the problem for sure. I'm ready for my hot takes.
All right.
Warm takes.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. Please, if you can, keep it warm and not too hot.
Oh, for sure.
Please,
for sure.
please.
Definitely.
Yeah, we appreciate it. Explain TikTok to God.
TikTok to who?
God.
Oh, to God. Oh, TikTok is proof that God both exists and does not exist. It's just there continuously. Honestly, it's a gift. TikTok's a gift. You know, again, we're all gonna die. Might as well just spend hours and hours just scrolling through TikTok, mad at whatever, and then just go on with our days.
What's a fun TikTok trend that you'd like to start?
Oh shit. Probably just intentionally like crashing your car into like trees, just like. Just like, sorry guys, yeah, this is my first and last TikTok. I'm hoping it just posts as I go. You know, maybe take out a few trees while we're there. Who knows?
Tell me why you think trees are sacred.
Oh, because they provide life. They provide oxygen. Walnuts. They give us walnuts. I believe almonds probably grow on trees. Those are nice.
Top 5 nuts, go.
Oh, shit. Habanero almond. Sriracha almond. Barbecue almond.
None of these count. You're giving me different almonds.
It's still a type of nut. Okay. Sunflower seed. Peanut. Almond. Walnut. I said that one before. Cashew. Nuts make my throat itchy. Except almonds. I'll do anything for almonds.
Okay, so now that we're on the subject of food, what's the yummiest endangered species?
The youngest endangered?
Like yummiest.
The yummiest.
Yummiest. In your tummiest.
Ooh. I mean, bilbies, I realized, are endangered. Y'all know what a bilby is? It's like a little like kangaroo. I just found this out like a week ago. I work at a casino, and sometimes it's just dead, and they have the TV on, and it's that day it was like this like Australian like dude that was just chasing like marsupials and shit through the forest, and he picked up a bilby, which is like looks like a tiny kangaroo, but it's like this big, and dude just like straight up like picks it up, and and just like, oh, it's pregnant, and like starts like straight up starts like pulling the baby out of the bilby. And by the way, bilbies are like endangered, but they also like have kids every 2 weeks. So how the fuck does that happen? What do you mean? How is that an endangered? Is it just the one mom bilby doing all this shit and her kids just keep going? I don't know. But like it was nuts. Like they showed that for way too long on TV. I was like, you could do that, and like it was just like, and they also give birth to like 4 kids. So like, no, but I bet they're yummy. They looked really goddamn tasty when that Australian dude was just chasing them into the bush.
Daniel Kessenich, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Daniel. And now, as he removes that fine little mic sock, give it up for your next comic, Corey Behringer. How you doing? Hi. How are you? Hello. I'm the man who was standing right there. I'm gonna come in hot right off the top with a hot take.
Ooh, okay.
This is a hot take before the warm takes. I think teeth are bullshit, and I'll tell you why. I have given this a lot of thought. I wrote this material, so I've given this thought, okay? Teeth are bullshit because they don't make sense. They don't make any sense. Their one job is to destroy food, and yet their greatest weakness is food. Does anyone here have a toothache? Anyone? My condolences, sincerely, and also because I'm going to keep talking about teeth for a little bit. Which I know is the last thing a person with a toothache wants to hear about. But people love to talk to you about it, don't they? They want to commiserate, as if they have any goddamn idea what sort of agony that you're experiencing, you know? As if they have any idea. And your teeth love to hear about it, too, because they're assholes, remember? Your teeth are assholes. As soon as they hear you talking about them, they're like, ooh, someone's talking about me. Better start swelling. And throbbing. They've even got doctors for teeth now. You guys heard about these? Yeah, they're called dentists. Yeah. I went to one the other day. I said, take them all out. All of them. They're more trouble than they're worth, I tells them that. But apparently, you got to have tooth pulling money. And I spent all mine on Jawbreakers and Sody Pop, so couldn't really make that happen. Let's do some takes.
All right. All right. Let me see what I got here in my bag of tricks. Trick cereal. How do you feel about it?
You know, I don't think I'm much of a sugary cereal guy because I grew up quite poor. So the sugar cereals weren't really in our reach, you know, but we would watch the commercials, and I feel like those commercials made all of them seem so much tastier than they could possibly be. And as an adult, like that was kind of like the first adult sort of realization moment. I don't know about you guys, but it was for me, was like grocery shopping for myself for the first time, and like having a budget of one person suddenly, you know, not shopping for a family, so I could suddenly have all the tricks I'd like, you know. And turns out they're kind of shitty. They're not very good.
Okay.
I found myself like going to the wheat. Like just going back where it all began. Just going back to the wheat, you know. No sugar.
No sugar.
Just the wheat, just the shredded wheat.
Shredded wheat? You ate shredded wheat?
I like the shredded wheat.
You're a monster.
I like to stay regular. But the other thing that really like clicked the first time I started like shopping for groceries for myself was that I had the choice of peanut butter for the first time in my life.
Ooh.
That was a big moment.
That's a big day.
Because I grew up in a smooth house. All smooth. But I don't know if you could tell this about me by the time I walked up here. I'm kind of a chunky fella. I'm a chunky kind of guy. I like my peanut butter to reflect that.
Okay.
I like a chunk.
You like a chunk?
I like a chunk.
Okay. Give me the recipe for a smooth criminal.
A smooth criminal?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I believe first you must at least know someone named Annie. I don't think that you have to like have any real contact with her, but you must know that she exists and where she lives. That is important to be the smooth criminal. I feel like a lot needs to go wrong with you in general to become a criminal.
Okay.
right? I don't think that anyone chooses that life because things are going well.
Yeah.
The smoothness, though, that's another factor altogether. Because I feel like once you decide, okay, I'm a criminal, that leads you down a choice of two paths. You could take it rough, or you could take it smooth. And I feel like the smooth, really the only difference is that you know how to dance. It's just as methy and just as that wasn't a lisp. I was making a joke about meth right there. I realized after the fact that they're like, is that part of his act? Does he have an intentional lisp occasionally?
I thought you were saying messy, but it was
exactly.
like messy.
That's why I clarified.
Okay. You're so silly. I love it.
I haven't got to be silly on stage in a year and a half, and this feels fantastic.
Well,
this is so wonderful.
It's fun.
Seriously, I don't know about the other comics in the room, but like I'm gonna say honestly, 3 weeks into the pandemic, I told myself like when we can do it again, I don't want to say a goddamn thing about what we're all going through. I just want to be as goofy as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just want to be silly, and this is great. I just like it.
Hell yeah. You know what I said 3 weeks into the pandemic? I was like, when we get out of this, I'm going to start pooping in public more.
Yeah?
I'm not going to hold it in.
You're just done holding it?
I'm done holding it.
Were you, like me, kind of an emergency public pooper?
If need be.
If need be, exactly. If given your druthers, you'd go home.
Druthers. I love that word.
Isn't it a great word?
No one uses it enough anymore.
I do. I use, some would say, and by some I mean my wife, too much. So.
I like that face when you turn back. It was very. Explain burlesque to the Amish.
Oh, to the Amish?
The Amish. Is it Amish or Amish? Do you guys know?
I think it's.
Where did I hear
Amish?
I heard Amish somewhere. It was someone who went to the Amish country. It's like
Amish.
people who go to Hawaii and they're like,
oh,
the
sure.
islands.
Yeah.
I'm looking at Becky.
I went to Mexico. Yes, that kind of personality.
Yeah.
Now that's all we know about you.
Yeah.
How would I explain burlesque to the Amish?
Amish.
Or Amish, you know. Really splitting hairs here. You know, I feel like most of the descriptions that come immediately to mind about burlesque are too mean to stream. But
Jesus.
It's wonderful, though. I love burlesque. I truly do love burlesque. But if you're explaining it, it doesn't come across like you love it. Like if you're explaining it honestly. Because burlesque is so inviting and inclusive that it naturally is going to kind of lean towards a little bit of cringy. There's going to be some of that cringe because it's just so inviting and accepting of just a lot of personality types that kind of like, I wouldn't say peaked in high school, but they blossomed in choir class. Like they blossomed fully. This is entirely who they are. Is the person who is incapable of walking past a piano without playing the first 3 lines of the Black Parade. It just needs to do it. That was a hyper-specific reference.
That was a very specific
that
reference.
I think 5 people got, and it's worth it. And it's worth it.
All right. Last
one. Okay.
Ready?
Have I tuckered you out, Emma?
No. I'm trying to give you a good one. I'm trying to think of how I'm going to... If there were laws while drinking claws, what would they be?
Well... I would imagine that. So I'm kind of a naysayer here because I think laws always exist.
Oh, boo, boo. Oh.
No, that's no. You know,
this is a tough one.
That's
I'm
my
sorry.
My inclination is to say that because I recently had a show that I believe had a lot of cops in the audience, and so now I'm just like, no, I'm on the straight and narrow, sir. I kind of want to keep it clean.
Well,
now,
hold on. Are there any cops here? You have to tell us if there's cops here.
I should
All
hope
right,
that
you're
Stab
safe.
has a no cop policy. That'd be pretty fucking cool if that was a sign
No
that they
cops.
put out. This is no pig territory. No slop allowed.
You want to end on that warm
We can
take?
end on that, sure.
No slop allowed.
Yeah.
Give it up, you guys.
Okay. Thank you very, very much.
Keep it going for Corey, you guys. No pigs allowed. Should I wait for them to come back in or just get into it? I'll just get into it. All right, our next comic coming to the stage hosts the Stabernacle here. Yeah. Hell yeah, give it up for Skip Bacon, everybody.
Yeah, my name is Skip Bacon. That's not a no pigs allowed joke. That's just my name, guys. I'm sorry, I guess. My name is Skip Bacon, and I am actually an essential worker, I found out recently. Yeah, because I am what you would loosely term a Catholic theologian. I'll tell you what that means. That means that I trained for 7 years to think and talk about God and church stuff professionally as a type of church minister. And the first thing I want to point out about that is that you guys didn't clap for that, okay? I could have gotten up here and been like, I'm an Amazon driver, and I saw you guys clap for her. Don't clap for her now. It's my turn. Or gotten up here and been like, I'm about to turn 25. I saw you clap for his ass. But I get up here, and I tell you that I did something that no man has ever done. No man has ever done. I survived 7 years of Catholic higher education unmolested, and no one ever claps for that. No, those are pity claps, guys, and they don't pay my school loans. I don't like them, but I don't know why. I don't know why when I get up in front of people, I think, oh my God, yeah, this whole room of strangers is going to be totally on board with this whole churchy job title thing, because my own mom was super not on board with it when I told her. But my mom's one of those like SoCal stoner hippies with a real screw the establishment kind of attitude. So when I was 12 and I told her I wanted to go into church work, what she heard was that I was going to become a militant lesbian nun. Of course, this is not what I told her. I was 12. This is just what she heard. So her very first reaction to me was, yeah, if God had wanted you to become a nun, he wouldn't have given you such fabulous tits. Have you ever seen a nun with tits like that? Yeah, that's right. People can't even look at me in the face when I say that. And then she gestured at my 12-year-old body, sporting what was, admittedly, you guys, a really nice set of double Ds on a preteen, okay? But according to my mom, only women with small, ugly breasts are called by God, and I literally did not fit that mold, whatever that looks like. Also, super disturbing side note, I spent a good portion of my childhood obsessed with the blessed bosoms of Benedictine nuns. Like, every time I saw a nun, I was just like, okay. So that's what God's into? Okay, cool. Like, I've never seen a nun's face. I have never seen a nun's face. Only her tits. And it was due to this childhood obsession and my mom's strong insistence that I was what she called too gifted in the flesh, probably trademarked, gifted in the flesh to go into church work. I actually spent a lot of time in my dad's church because they don't have nuns in my dad's church, so I wasn't constantly contemplating the correlation between like my cup size and a calling from God. So I actually got ordained as a minister in my dad's church, which people also don't clap for, but that's fine. But recently, it's just, come on, all right. But recently, my little brother actually asked me to preside at his wedding, which I felt really honored to do. That's a really sweet thing. These are appropriate responses to this. My dad, however, like he had been waiting his whole life for this exact moment, took this opportunity to send out an email to everyone we have ever. My preschool teacher, Mrs. B, got this email, okay, you guys? And it was pure, there was no content. It was just a subject line, and it read, "Proud father, daughter Mary's son." And so it's awful. So my dad is like super supportive of my work in ministry, but it like really creeps me out, so I'm not fully embracing it. It's not as creepy as like my childhood nun breast obsessed problem, but it really does bother me. Am I supposed to stop myself? Because I love talking about myself, and I can do this.
Right, let's get into the takes. Okay.
While.
Lying to your therapist to sound cool.
Guys, listen. That seems like a personal attack. Lying to my therapist to seem cool. I obviously don't have to lie about it. I'm super, super duper cool. But it's not that I lied. No, okay. Now, someone in this room has been in therapy with me, so I don't really want to go too deep into this. I don't lie to her to make myself seem cool. But like you guys just saw it, I'm super entertaining and very funny. And I really want her to like get that about me, because I'm afraid like if she doesn't get that about me, does she really like know me? So I oftentimes am like, okay, what do I want to tell her today? And how do I make it funny in like an 8-minute set of jokes? So every time I go in there, and I can tell then, like, if she's not interested, I can tell. Like, she's like, oh, yeah, that's super basic ADHD. I'm like, it's not basic. I'm extra. And then I, like, add stuff to, like, make it funnier. And I think it was, like, a year in before she was like, you know what? Sometimes, Skip, I laugh so much when you're here. It's like I should be paying you. And I was like, yes, like, now you know me. So, like, I don't know if that's lying or just, like, making it more fun for everyone. So, yeah, sorry if I felt a little personally attacked by that, by that one.
Oh, no, I was attacking you, so yeah,
Okay,
it's fine.
yeah.
No, you're
Great.
okay.
Okay, I did great.
Things you would change if they made you Santa.
If I was Santa?
Yes.
Okay, I don't know. Have you ever seen when ladies dress up as Santa? Or I guess a lot of time it's Mrs. Claus. Like, immediately it goes from, like, Santa and his awesome outfit. He's got boots that are super practical because he's got to get, like, there's, like, deer shit everywhere, reindeer shit everywhere, and, like, totally makes sense. It's -10 up there. I don't know what the weather is up there, but it's cold. And then Mrs. Claus, or, like, younger Mrs. Claus, I think it's always Mrs. Claus, is always, like, super slutted up. Am I wrong about this? Like, her outfit's always like, what is that one movie where they dance as slutty Santa? Yeah, they dance as slutty Santas. Yeah, I would take that off the plate. Okay, like, all right, there just wouldn't be any more slutty Santas. We could be slutty if we wanted to, or like how I'm the slutty Santa now. We could be slutty if we wanted to, but we'd have, like, practical boots for the reindeer shit, and we'd have, like, the good tights, and, like, and we could be slutty if we wanted to, but, like, it's fucking cold. I got shit to do. That's the thing I would change right away.
Good call.
Mm-hmm.
Is Pepsi okay? And by that I mean, how's Pepsi doing?
Pepsi's not okay.
How are they doing?
How's Pepsi doing?
How are they doing, really?
No, Pepsi's not doing okay. Do you know why restaurants? Listen, I'm a Coca-Cola person. Every time I'm at a restaurant, I'm like, oh, hi, do you guys have Coke? And they're like, we have Pepsi. And I'm like, I'll take a fucking water. And they're like, I can't tell if she's serious. And my friends are like, don't bring her a fucking Pepsi. I'll tell you that right now. And I found out, though, because I'm an avid Coca-Cola fan. I went to Atlanta where they make the Coke and they have the little, like, vaults where they keep it. You should watch that Drunk History someday. It's very entertaining. It's like cocaine and whatever. Yeah, and so, but I found out that the reason restaurants switch to Pepsi is because it's just straight up cheaper. They just come in and they're like, do you have Coke because it's better? And they're like, we do. And they're like, what if it was half the price? And they're like, done. And that's how fucking Pepsi works. It's a terrible business practice that's kind of working super well for them right now, I think, probably. But I'm not a fan. Not a fan.
Skip Bacon, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so folks, we're going to try something a little new on the show. We're giving a first-timer a chance on stage. Okay, so I hope that you guys will be very warm and receiving with this next comic. He's a high schooler. he just kind of wants to try this thing out, and we thought we'd give him a chance here. So will you please give a warm welcome to Braxton Timoney.
Hey guys, what's up? I'm Braxton Timoney. I love stand-up comedy. Am I right? My favorites are like Patrice O'Neill, Nanette, and the Barley and Me podcast. That's like those are my big three. Am I right? But doing this performance here gets my performance arts credit done for the year, so I don't have to see our school play where Timothy R. is playing both parts of Romeo and Juliet. Am I right? But I'm a junior at McClatchy. I can't wait till I'm a senior. Am I right? They get one of those signs in the front yard that says, we're proud of our McClatchy Lions. So when I fudge up at home, I can point to it and be like, sorry I didn't take the chicken out to defrost, Mom, but you told the whole neighborhood you're proud of me. Am I right? Speaking of parents, though, they're so weird. Parents are so weird when we watch Euphoria together. Anytime anything happens in Euphoria, am I right? Anytime anything happens in Euphoria, they look at me like, I'm like, I didn't make the show. Am I right? Anytime something happens on Rizzoli and Isles, I don't look at them like, adults are bad. Am I right? But man, parents are nothing compared to school. Am I right? Man, substitute teachers? Am I right? Or when are we going to have substitute students? Am I right? Or at the very least, can we have class outside? Am I right? You know, it's like, man. And there's so much homework at school, too. It's like even on the weekend, I have so much homework. It's like, let's just end the word after home. Am I right? No need to add any extra work. But it's like crazy stuff in my homework. Like It's like, what's the capital of New York? Albany? Am I right? I'm right? Okay. And like 20 times 6 is like 300. Am I right? No. What is it though? We all know, but thank you. Am I right? Am I right? And like, I mean, I love stand-up. What would you guys say was the reason for the French Revolution? Minimum 1,000 words. Even just some of the words, I can fill in the rest, but anyone want to go? Napoleon, okay. Is that right? Is using your stand-up comedy gig to cheat on your homework ethical? Am I right or am I wrong? I'm wrong. Am I right? I'm wrong, I'm right. Hit me!
Okay, Braxton. All right. What's the deal with lunch ladies?
Oh my God. It's like, where do I get a hat like that? Am I right? It was so crazy during Zoom school. I was like, I miss Lunch Lady Dolores. And they're like, okay, there's nothing we can do about that. She's not going to get on Zoom just with you. But looking forward to seeing her again. Some great conversations around some grub and mystery meat. Am I right?
Are there any fun Zoom pranks that you guys like to do in class?
Oh, man. Did you know beforehand?
No, I didn't.
So you can totally mute someone else if you're the Zoom meeting leader. And Jeremy R. was going on and on about his weekend, and we muted him. And he's so narcissistic, he didn't notice for like 5 minutes. We didn't hear any of his anecdote about going to the roller rink. But then we felt really bad about it and asked him about it in person when we saw him recently. So stuff like that.
Freshmen are dumb babies. Elaborate.
I don't think there are dumb babies anymore. You guys see Boss Baby 2? I'm not allowed to yet until my parents come home. They take PG very seriously. It's like, come on, am I right? Anyways, I do really want to see it, and I think the baby is so smart. He has a whole suit. I only have one suit. I wore it to my uncle's funeral.
Tips for the next global pandemic.
The next global pandemic. Someone's a little bit pessimistic. Lots of books. Well, I tell you what, sometimes when you think about things like a kid, you learn how to be adult like a boss. So maybe if we could think more about sharing and having recess and being on the same team instead of fighting and division. Am I right? Okay, adults don't have this one. Don't worry. We got next.
All right, last topic, okay? How are you going to spend the rest of this summer?
Oh, the rest of the summer? I got a job at Mountain Mike's. It's actually pretty cool because I've never had my own walking around money before, but I'm the guy who bends the pepperonis to be up more at Mountain Mike's. You know, they're usually like flat and circular. I'm sorry, I'm just talking to Mr. Behringer. Let me get to you guys. But yeah, you know how the pizza is usually like flat and that? We do them up at Mountain Mike's. They let me do it with my raw hands. It's awesome. I don't like wearing gloves. That was my last topic, so let me just give it up for a cool adult, Corey Behringer.
Give it up for Braxton Timoney, ladies and gentlemen. All right, please keep that going. For your headlining comic this evening, Miss Becky Lynn.
Wow. Hi. I'm Becky Lynn. I wore my fanciest tie-dye for you guys. Live comedy's back. we feel good about it. We feel good. Live comedy's back. Been doing some shows, doing some live shows. Had a show in San Francisco last week. Threw up on the Golden Gate Bridge. So scenic, you know? I mean, wow, the view. You guys know how, like, you know, like after you throw up, you feel like really good, like super good. You feel so good, like you could do anything. Who knows? Like you just want to risk it all. And I was headed to a bar show, so I was like, cool, I'm going to go get fucked up. It sounds fucking awesome. And then I walked in and remembered I was 5 months pregnant. So really sucked the wind out of my sails, you guys. Shit fucking sucks. Just kidding. She's asleep. Like she's consistently asleep during all of my sets. It's great. It's so weird to be ignored inside my own body. Like I'm making you and you can't even be present. It's anyways, you guys, I always knew I was going to be a performer. I knew from like a super young age. Okay, like my dad, he used to turn old refrigerator boxes into pretend TVs that I could act stuff out inside of. Is anybody else a lonely kid? No? It's too specific. That's fine. And I learned that I could trap my dad in the garage with a 6-pack of Coors Light and a lawn chair, make him watch me do shit in the pretend TV, right? Not weird stuff, okay? Just kid stuff. Yeah, that part never sounds better. And then, you know, I'd make like a little fake remote control and slide it over to him and be like, hey, Dad, turn on the TV. This is going to be really good. So he would turn it on, and I had to start very strong, okay? Started very strong, sing a song. Sing the alphabet, a fucking banger, you know? It's timeless. And he was like, yeah, I can get into this. All right. I was like, okay, change the channel. So he changes the channel. I act out a scene from my favorite movie, all right? From The Lion King. I'm like, Simba, don't go there, or whatever the fuck he says. I don't know, I was a kid. And it was going really good, okay? And I was like, okay, Dad, last one. This one's my favorite. Change the channel. And he does. And then there's 5-year-old me just pulling a glove on my hand, repeating, if it doesn't fit, you must acquit. You know, I was just a very socially aware child. I was wondering how you two would feel about that one, you know? Yeah, this is what we're doing in 2021. We are telling O.J. Simpson jokes in 2021. I challenge other comics to write a Lorena Bobbitt bit. You know, let's just bring back the hits, right? You guys remember. All right. Is that good? Is that good?
That was great.
Okay.
That was great.
Oh, thank you so much.
You guys give it up for Becky Lynn.
Thank you.
I said it like I'm going to end the show.
Like, oh, thank you so much. I'll stay.
Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Give me your take on this. I think Bernie can still win this.
I feel like Bernie is on his way trying to find the perfect pastrami sandwich somewhere. Like, I don't even think. He's moved on. He has shit to do. You saw his folder at the inauguration.
I did.
He had errands to run.
That was my favorite. You know, he got hit up a lot about those mittens.
Did he?
And that lady
Did we find out where the mittens came from?
The lady, he tweeted at the late. And you guys, this isn't a warm take. This is just facts.
This is just conversation we would have already had, honestly. I just assumed they were like Patagonia mittens.
No, a lady made them in Virginia, I think it was. Yeah.
Wow. How's she doing?
I don't know.
You should check in.
I'll check in.
All right, next
Let
one.
me ask you this, Becky Lynn.
Yes, Emma Haney.
Mittens or finger gloves?
Finger gloves.
Why?
Because dexterity is very important to me, and I need to be able to use all the phalanges for all the things, you know? All the things.
Yeah. What are the things?
I mean, I use finger gloves like in the shower, like the exfoliating ones. Not gross stuff, but just
what's the gross stuff?
Well, I mean, you don't want to put exfoliating gloves in a like hole, but I use them to like keep my skin soft.
Okay.
And I wouldn't want to do that with a mitten because then I couldn't get into the crevices. You know, you got folds under boob. And
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So no loofah. You're not a loofah
No,
gal.
loofahs are full of bacteria. Don't use loofahs. Are people here using loofahs? I know that Emma uses one. I've already shamed them about it.
I changed my ways. I had to peek out after Becky told me I had stopped using
They are
one.
full of bacteria.
Ask
I
my
highly
girlfriend,
recommend
she's
using
here.
washcloths. That's what black people do. I don't know.
I switched to my
Yeah,
hand
they're
just
like-
mysteriously comes out.
They're like $5 for $1. They work great.
Okay.
Or there's these like I'm just letting everybody
No,
know how
yeah,
they
just
should
tell
live their
us.
lives. There are these like green mitts that they use at like Korean spas that are really good. Yeah, those are amazing. You can buy them on Amazon for like you can buy a pack of 30 for like $13. So I keep those in my bathroom if I
Okay.
need to do a good exfoliation.
A good exfoliation.
Yeah, they're fantastic.
Okay.
They also help like bikini lines so you don't get ingrown hairs. They're great.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take that home with me. That's a
Any
good thing to
skincare questions,
know.
folks? I got a lot of knowledge. It's not funny, but it'll keep your skin glowing.
How do you feel about Costco samples being gone?
They're back.
Oh, they're back. Hell yeah.
If there's anything,
End the show now. You're never gonna chase that clap.
this is why I'm the headliner, folks. Costco samples are back. I went last week. They have
what they have?
They had like crackers, like dry stuff that's easy to like put into a sample cup. Well, they had nothing, so I
Yeah,
think
that's true.
It's great.
They're just like
Um,
take what you can get.
Yeah, nothing hot yet
Nothing
that
hot.
I've seen. Nothing hot that I've seen.
I don't like that.
So, well,
Okay.
you know.
I don't have a Costco membership anyways.
I do. You can come with me.
Can I?
Yeah.
Give it up for Becky for being so generous.
Let's go get chicken, babe.
Only because I know this is a real thing in your life. Tell me about Wingstop Ranch.
Wow, it's delicious. Okay, you guys want to learn how to make Wingstop Ranch? Anybody? Do we love Wingstop? Okay, so first what you need to do, you need to go to Smart & Final. You need to get the largest, most disgusting industrial-sized tub of mayonnaise. It's absolutely gross. It's repulsive. You're going to hate it. You need to get a half gallon of buttermilk. Half gallon of buttermilk. You're going to need that too. You need to get Hidden Valley Ranch, the economy-sized packets, and you are going to mix it all together. That's literally all that's in Wingstop Ranch. It's nothing special. It's nothing fancy. It's the most disgusting things mixed together to make a sweet, delicate nectar that's good on literally everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds
Also,
delicious.
I got fired from Wingstop, so that's,
That's
why
what
I
I
don't
was
care.
waiting for.
Why?
Why?
Oh, why did I get fired from Wingstop,
Why?
Emma? You know, I just started a grease fire the day before Super Bowl Sunday. No big. I mean,
the day before their Christmas season.
yeah.
You started.
How big of a deal was it really? I short-circuited the fryer. Like it was so bad. I pulled the Ansol system and that's like the extinguisher green stuff above the fryer. It's not my fault. And I actually ended up reporting them to the Department of Labor. They had to cut me a check. There's a lot of shady shit going on. Yeah.
Damn.
Don't fire me and think you're going to just get away with it. I know my rights.
Becky, I love that about you. Give it up for Becky Lynn
Is
for
that
taking
it?
it.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah. I didn't mean for her to get off stage, but she did. So now the show's over, you guys. Give it up for all the comics that you saw tonight. Give it up for Corey, my co-host, for Stab Comedy Theater for putting this on. If you guys want to check out more shows, you can go to the Stab Comedy Theater website. We're streaming stuff all the time. And shout out to you guys out there on the internet. Give it up for them, you guys, for still staying at home and keeping us safe, I guess. And you guys have a good night. Get home safe. Yeah.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for coming out. That is the show. But like Emma said, we're doing stuff here 7 days a week. Check us out, stabcomedytheater.com, or, mostly stabcomedytheater.com. Tomorrow at 3 o'clock, it's going to be Stabernacle with Skip and David. If you liked yourself some Skip, you got more Skip tomorrow with Stabernacle, 3 p.m. Then 5 o'clock, it will be the Suzette Benetti Show And 8 o'clock. Oh, it's a full Sunday, guys. 8 o'clock will be a Molly Party. That's the character Fun Time show. So you can watch us all day tomorrow. Never leave your house. 3 o'clock till like 9:30. We got a full day of programming. Check it out. Let's see. Where can we send our Twitch audience? Check us out. Twitch.tv/stabcomedy. That's where you'll find all of us. Where can we send you guys? How about Unexpected Productions? They're doing some short form improv. Hold on, I'm going to get you guys rated over there. And to the live audience, thanks for hanging out. None of this makes sense to you, but it's happening. So hold on, Twitch audience. Enjoy some short form improv, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.